Well, hello. I'm Bo Grice. I'm on staff at Wiregrass Angelhouse and work in the area of trauma. They call me trauma specialist. But my job is to try to work with people and help people as they're walking through the journey of grief, especially as they are recovering from some traumatic experience that caused the grief. And so what I'll do is offer these little short videos to offer some encouragement of things that you can do, or maybe information that can help you understand what's going on. And so today I just want to offer you a short one. We talk a lot in counseling and so forth about self-care, and many times when I bring up the subject of self-care, I get strange looks, and then I get excuses for why people can't do it. Well, I want to tell you a quick story. We have an old truck that belonged to my father-in-law. When he and my mother-in-law passed away, we took the truck and we're just using it basically to clunk around the house on. Our son used it for a while when he was before he went in the Army and when he was going to school. And after that, we just left it around the house, and then we started having some problems with it, and we just parked it and basically left it parked for a year. Well, the other day we decided to move it because we needed to move some stuff around that it was blocking. And guess what? The battery was dead. And because it wasn't just dead, it was dead. I mean, we tried to jump it off. It wouldn't even jump off. It was so dead. Well, my son-in-law, who's an ace mechanic, took it to, got it another battery, cranked the truck, took it to his house, put that battery on a charger, and then told me yesterday that he went out to crank it with the other battery in the truck and it wouldn't crank, but he put the old battery back in the truck and it did crank. Now what happened? That battery got recharged. That's what self-care is. Self-care is recharging your batteries, and we all have times when we need our batteries recharged. Those batteries could be emotional, they could be psychological, could be relational, could be spiritual. We need activities in our life that reinvigorate us, that recharge the batteries. Now, I cannot tell you if you'll do this, it will recharge your battery, because you have to decide what works for you. It has to be something that you enjoy. It has to be something that you find some sense of meaning in it. And it needs to be something that breaks the chain of monotony, is what I call it. Many times when we're in stressful situations and dealing with trauma or dealing with grief, and it's just constant, day after day after day, the same emotions after the same emotions after same emotions. Self-care breaks that monotony. And once you break that monotony, that little bit of a distraction can give you a fresh outlook on things, can increase your mood or improve your mood, and can do wonders for your overall health. So I just want to encourage you, find something that you enjoy doing and do it as a form of self-care. Think of self-care as recharging that battery, because I know one of the things that killed the battery in that truck was my son had installed all kinds of speaker equipment and stereo stuff that was too much for the battery, and that had drained it. And so what we had got to do, and what we're going to do, is take all that stuff out. And so sometimes self-care is that. Our batteries drain just because there's such a load that's pulling on it. You have depression, anxiety, the sorrow, sadness, all these kinds of emotions, plus the demands of having to get back into regular life and deal with going to work, deal with family members and everything else. So take a moment. I'm not saying set aside an hour every day to go to the gym. Just take a moment during your day, and if you do nothing else, breathe. Just sit there, relax, clear your mind, and breathe. Breathe in deep breaths to a count of 4, at least 4 to 8 if possible. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it for that same count. and then breathe out through your mouth that same count. And if you'll just do that a few times, you'll find it'll help you relax. Because what you're doing is you're forcing your body to calm itself. And control breathing is the best way to do that. So just a word of encouragement to you today. When people talk to you about self-care, don't think that you don't need it. You do. We all do. And so find some things you enjoy doing. Make that part of your life. Don't feel guilty about it because that battery has to be recharged. Have a great day.